call Saul.
Talk about better call Saul.
Better call Saul.
Talk about better call Saul.
Well, it finally happened. We got a full Gene episode. Season 6, Episode 10, titled Nippy, is the culmination of all the black and white season openers following the post-Breaking Bad Saul Goodman using the guise of Gene Takovic. It all came full circle, and I've got to say that despite the obviously unfortunate recasting of Jeff the cab driver, this was one of my all-time favorites. To me, this almost felt like a standalone film that works as an epilogue to both Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. This was Saul Goodman's El Camino.
The cinematography in this episode was gorgeous.
I have no idea what's going on in this show anymore. This episode was just filler. It didn't move the story along whatsoever.
It wrapped up a storyline we as viewers have been following for years. We've been waiting 29 months to see how Gene would, quote-unquote, fix it himself. I don't think you know what filler is.
Don't try to tell me what I don't know.
Jesus Christ, I'm sorry no one got brutally murdered.
That would have been freaking awesome.
We start out with Gene befriending Jeff's mother, Marion, played by the legendary Carol Burnett. He uses this as leverage when confronting Jeff and luring him into a scam that will eradicate him as a threat. He entices Jeff with teaching him how to be a part of the game by way of a clever heist. His plan is somewhat complicated and involves a lot of moving parts, including befriending Cinnabon-loving head security guard Frank with nightly cinnamon rolls and college football talk. Well, after some tense moments, the heist goes off without a hitch. With Gene's help, Jeff and his friend rip off the department store for a decent haul of designer clothes. Afterwards, Saul, or Gene, or whoever, lets Jeff know that he can no longer threaten him with going to the authorities without incriminating himself in a series of felonies.
Come on, say it. We're done. Say it.
He did it. Gene fixed it himself, just like he told Ed he would.
Ed Wood?
The last scene he had with Marion was very interesting. It's like she reminded Jimmy of what Chuck told him, that he ends up hurting everyone around him.
You're a good influence, Gene.
At the end, Gene seems very satisfied with himself. He eyes a flashy shirt in the department store before walking off. Is Slip and Jimmy back? To tell the truth, I have no idea where they're going from here. That could have easily been the final episode of the series. What's gonna happen?
Papa, don't forget about the call Francesca is supposed to receive shortly after his disappearance from Albuquerque.
Yeah, and they still need to explain those damn diamonds.
Well, before we go, let's take a look back at the Gene prediction episode I posted a while back. Did I get anything right?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
I think Jeff's most likely motive is the most obvious. It's simply blackmail. At this point, Slip and Jimmy is back in business. He's viewing Jeff as a mark, someone who deserves to be scammed. Kind of like Ken Wins back in Season 2. I imagine Gene doing something similar to what Walter White did with Gretchen and Elliot in the series finale of Breaking Bad. Putting the fear of God into him to the point that he's no longer a threat.
Yeah, it's called mutually assured destruction. So, I am not your friend.
Whoop-de-freaking-do!
Yeah, just vaguely close, I know. But in closing, I just want to say that I found Episode 10 Nippy to be just delightful. A wonderful treat for fans who've been glued to their screens every time a season kicks off in glorious black and white Omaha, Nebraska. Always looking for clues in that dreary post-Breaking Bad world, and with Nippy it all came together. It all made sense.
Oh, did it really all make sense?
Hey, blockhead, it was an unavoidable recast. Get a grip.
Papa, I love Nippy.
I thought it was pretty good.
I still think it was a waste of goddamn time. I have a color television. Why the hell would I want to watch this bullshit?
Papa, I love Nippy.
Why the hell would I want to watch this bullshit?